Have you ever felt like something from your past is holding you back, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is? Maybe you had a pretty normal childhood on the surface, but you still struggle with certain feelings or behaviors as an adult. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, but often overlooked: the hidden signs of childhood trauma. Now, when we hear the word trauma, our minds often jump to big, catastrophic events. And while those are certainly traumatic, trauma can also be much more subtle. It can be the result of things that happen consistently over time, like emotional neglect, constant criticism, or growing up in a chaotic household. These are sometimes called little T traumas, and their impact can be just as profound. The tricky part is, we often don't even recognize these experiences as traumatic because they were just our normal. We adapt, we survive, and we carry these survival mechanisms into adulthood, where they can start to cause problems. So, let's explore 5 hidden signs that might suggest unresolved childhood trauma is affecting your life today. And stick around to the end, because we'll also talk about the first steps you can take toward healing. The first hidden sign is an intense fear of failure, or what we often call perfectionism. On the outside, being a perfectionist might look like a good thing. You're driven, you have high standards, you get things done. But if you dig a little deeper, where does that drive come from? For many, it's rooted in a deep-seated fear. If you grew up in an environment where love and approval were conditional, where you were only praised for your achievements, you might have learned that your worth is tied to what you do, not who you are. Making a mistake wasn't just a mistake. It felt like a fundamental failure of your character, one that could lead to criticism, punishment, or the withdrawal of affection. As an adult, this can manifest as an obsessive need to get everything right. You might procrastinate on projects because you're terrified of them not being perfect. You might have a brutal inner critic that berates you for the smallest slip-up. This isn't just about wanting to do well. It's a desperate attempt to feel safe and worthy. A pattern learned long ago to protect yourself from emotional pain. The second sign, which might surprise you, is chronic people-pleasing. Are you the person who always says yes, even when you're already overwhelmed? Do you find it incredibly difficult to set boundaries or express your own needs? This isn't just about being nice. It's often a survival strategy learned in childhood. If you had a parent who was emotionally volatile, unpredictable, or self-absorbed, you might have learned that keeping them happy was the key to keeping the peace and staying safe. Your own needs and feelings got pushed aside because they were inconvenient or could trigger a negative reaction. You became an expert at reading the room, at anticipating what others needed, and at morphing yourself to fit their expectations. As an adult, this habit continues. You might feel a constant, low-level anxiety about upsetting others. Saying no can feel selfish or even dangerous. You might find yourself in one-sided relationships where you do all the giving, leaving you feeling exhausted, resentful, and unseen. It is a subconscious attempt to control your environment and avoid the conflict or abandonment you feared as a child. Moving on to our third sign: difficulty with emotional regulation. Do you ever feel like your emotions are a runaway train? Maybe you have explosive bursts of anger over small things, or you find yourself sinking into deep sadness that feels completely overwhelming. Or perhaps it's the opposite: you feel numb, disconnected from your feelings, like you're watching your life from a distance. Both extremes can be a sign of unresolved trauma. When a child's environment is scary or unpredictable, they don't learn how to process their emotions in a healthy way. There's no safe space to be sad, angry, or scared. So, what happens? Those emotions get stuffed down, ignored, or they erupt in ways that are confusing and frightening. As an adult, you might not have the tools to navigate your inner world. A minor disagreement can trigger a full-blown panic response because, on a subconscious level, it feels like the same threat you experienced as a child. This is your nervous system, still stuck in high alert, trying to protect you from a danger that is no longer there. It's not a character flaw. It's your body's memory of past events. The fourth hidden sign is a persistent feeling of being different or not belonging. Do you often feel like an outsider looking in, even when you're surrounded by people who care about you? Do you carry a deep-seated belief that there's something fundamentally wrong with you? That if people really knew you, they wouldn't like you? This profound sense of shame and alienation is a common wound from childhood trauma. When a child experiences neglect or criticism, they don't have the cognitive ability to think, "My caregiver is struggling." Instead, they internalize the message that I am the problem. I am unlovable. I am not enough. This becomes a core belief that shapes their entire identity. As an adult, you might sabotage relationships, avoid intimacy, or constantly seek external validation to quiet that inner voice telling you that you don't belong. You might feel like you're wearing a mask, terrified of being exposed as the flawed person you believe you are. This isn't vanity or shyness, it's a painful echo of not being seen, accepted, and loved for who you were as a child. Our fifth and final hidden sign is experiencing unexplained physical symptoms. Do you suffer from chronic headaches, stomach issues, autoimmune disorders, or persistent fatigue that doctors can't seem to explain? There's a powerful connection between our minds and our bodies, and trauma is often held in the body. The constant state of high alert, the fight or flight response I mentioned earlier, isn't meant to be a long-term state. When your nervous system is chronically activated for years, it takes a toll. The stress hormones flooding your system can lead to inflammation and a host of physical ailments. Your body is essentially keeping the score. It's holding on to the tension, the fear, and the unexpressed emotions from the past. So, while you might be trying to mentally move on, your body might still be living in that state of threat. These physical symptoms are not all in your head. They are very real signals from your body that something is out of balance and needs attention. It's a physical manifestation of an emotional wound that has not yet healed. So, what do we do with this information? Recognizing these patterns in yourself can be a huge, and sometimes overwhelming, first step. Please be gentle with yourself. This isn't about blaming anyone or dwelling on the past. It's about understanding why you feel the way you do, why you react the way you do, and recognizing that these are not your faults. They are adaptations that helped you survive. The journey of healing is possible, and it starts with awareness. The simple act of naming these experiences can be incredibly validating. The next step is often seeking support. Working with a trauma-informed therapist can provide a safe space to process these past experiences and learn new, healthier ways of coping. They can help you regulate your nervous system, challenge those old core beliefs, and build a stronger sense of self. Remember, healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it into your story in a way that no longer controls your present. It's about reclaiming your life and your sense of worth. If anything we've talked about today resonated with you, know that you are not alone and there is hope. Taking the first step to get help is a sign of incredible strength if you're not sure where to start. Resources like the National Alliance on Mental Illness or Psychology Today as Therapist Finder can be great places to look for qualified professionals in your area. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It takes courage to look at these difficult topics. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on mental health and personal growth. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to feel less alone. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.